Hi, okay, so I am going to show you how to use the site Thinglink. Now, at some point, if you have a phone that you can use in class or another device, you may want to download the app. But for now, we are all just going to use the website, and we're all just going to do this on Chromebooks to make it simpler. So the project that you are supposed to be doing, here are the directions. It says pin 3 qualitative, 3 quantitative observations, and at least 1 inference on an image of your choice using Thinglink. So there are a couple of things we need to do before we actually go to the Thinglink site. The first thing you're going to need to do is find an image to use. So if you open up a new tab, you can Google search anything and you can find an image that you want to pin observations and an inference on. Now, your image must be school appropriate. If it is not school appropriate, you will be asked to do this assignment again, and you will probably serve a detention for not adhering to the school rules and school policy. Okay, so if you're not sure about an image, I wouldn't even use it. If it's one that you think, well, she might think this is inappropriate, then it probably is inappropriate. Okay, so I'm going to find an image to use, and I'm just going to look for an image of a classroom. Let's see. There are lots of choices, but they're not loading. I was looking earlier, I think this is, no, that's not the one I wanted. I was looking earlier and there was one that I saw that I thought, oh, that's a good one. Okay, this is the one I'm going to use. Now you can click View Image and it will actually make the picture bigger, and this is going to give you a clearer picture when you add it to Thinglink. So to save this picture, here's what you're going to do. On your keyboard, you're going to push the Alt button. It says ALT, it's right by the space bar. You're going to push Alt and then click. Okay. When you do that, a little drop-down menu is going to pop up. All right. Now, there are a couple of choices that we can do, and I think that the easiest one is to save image to Google Drive. We all have access to Google Drive. We all know how to get to Google Drive. Okay, so it says that it was saved to my drive. I could rename it if I wanted to, or I can just leave it. And I'm just going to leave it, so I'm going to close out because I'm done. And now I'm actually done with this tab, and I'm also done with my Google search tab. So now that I have my picture, I need to actually sign up for Thinglink. So in our Google Classroom, on the stream, there is a link. It says Thinglink Sign Up. This is what you're going to use to sign up. Go ahead and click the link. It's going to take you to Thinglink's education page. The nice thing about Thinglink is that you can actually sign up under a teacher, so that anytime you create a Thinglink, it will automatically send it to me once you turn it in. So once you get to this page, you could click Google Login, but it probably doesn't have your information yet. So I'm going to have you go ahead and click I'm a student. And then from there you could click Login with Google, or you could type in all of this information. So I'm going to type in my own information, and I'm going to use a different email address so that I can actually get signed up as a student rather than my teacher address. So my name is Megan Mawson. Please use first and last name. My email, let's see, I'm going to do megan.mawson@doane.edu. This is actually my Doane email address, because I've already signed up with all the others that I have. And then you're going to need an invite code. So here's the invite code, C424AQ. If you need to, write this down, C424 424AQ. Okay? And then you're going to make sure that it's clicked that I'm a student. Okay, it's way at the bottom, student. And then you're going to come up with a password. Now, to make things simple, I would recommend using your just Gmail password for this. If you're going to type in your information, I would try and keep your logins and your passwords the same as much as possible. If you click this Login with Google button, you'll be prompted to click your NPPSD email account, and then you would follow these same steps. And you wouldn't probably have to put in a password, although you might have to put in the password that you already used for that email address. And I don't want to get emails from them, so I'm going to unsubscribe to the newsletter. And then I'm going to sign up for free. All right, so once I get signed up, it's going to take me to kind of a tutorial video, and it's going to show me some things that I can do with it. So here's where you can start trying things. You can tag pictures and you can tag videos. You can upload your own image, and that's what we're going to do here in a little bit. But if you want, you can first click on the sample that they have, and you can practice tagging on it. So I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so here's the picture. And then all you do to add a tag is click, and it's going to create this little dot. And then over here on the left side, you can add text to that dot. And I'll tell you, then I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. So I'm going to just call this swim goggles. Notice over here on the tag, it's adding the text that I typed. If I'm happy with that, I'm going to click Save Tag. And then if I hover over it later, it will say swim goggles. You can click another spot, Tiki Hut. Save Tag. Clouds. Save Tag. Okay. These are also things that you can add. We're not going to mess with these different tags for now. We're just going to do the dots. But the thing about Thinglink is that you can add videos to certain spots. So when you click in a certain area, it takes you to a video. You can add all sorts of different things. So once we're happy with this, I've got my tags. Make sure you title it, whatever you want it to be titled. I would put your name. That's probably the most important thing, or observation, Thinglink, something like that. And then you can click Save Image, and it's going to save it for you. Okay, so here it is once we've saved it. So here it shows like videos that they've linked. You will not have these kinds of tags on yours. But it just so you know, there's the capability. So notice the ones that I typed: clouds, swim goggles, Tiki Hut. Okay, so then you can post it, you can edit it, you could share it, and we'll talk about how you're going to turn it in here in a second. So let's start up here. You're going to click Create. Okay, so we're at the Create page, and I realized that having you save your image to Google Drive, for some reason Thinglink and Google Drive are not linked together yet, so you're not able to access that image. So you're going to have to go back, find your image again, view it full screen, Alt-click, Save Image As. Now, I'm on a different type of computer right now than a Chromebook, so it looks different. But Downloads is going to be an option that you have. And you're going to click Downloads. Click Save. And then it's going to save it into your downloads. Now we can go back choose images or drag and drop here, and it will be in your downloads folder. Then you can open it and it will load it. So now here's our interactive image that we have. I'm going to change the name of mine to Observation Thinglink, and I'm going to put my name, Megan Mawson, so that I know, or your teacher, me, knows that you have done it and whose it is. So I'm ready to start tagging. So let's see, I'm going to make my quantitative observations first, so the ones with numbers. So I'm just going to click, then come over here and type. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 girls. Okay, I can click right off of it and it will save it. Then I can click over somewhere else. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 boys. Save my tag. There are 5 material caddies. That's what I'd call them. Okay, and let's say I got all of my other observations, my qualitative observations, and now I'm ready to make my inference. These are elementary students. I don't know for a fact that they're elementary students, but based on the observations of the classroom and the desks, well, the tables and the chairs and the materials that they have, I'm going to guess that they're elementary students. So I'm going to save my tag, and then I'm ready to save my image. Okay, so I saved it. Now, there's a couple of things, like I said, that I can do. I can post it. And notice it says post to channel or students of, this says Megan Mawson, because you joined my class. If you click that, it's going to post it to our classroom. Let me just make sure. Oh, you already added it. Okay. Or here's what you're going to do also. You're going to get the link. You're going to copy it. I clicked the share button. To save that, you just click it, Alt-click, copy. Then you're going to go to your Google Classroom, and there's going to be an assignment, and I will tell us all, I'll do a different video, or we'll do this either whole group, on how to attach your link as an assignment. But for now, you're just going to save your image, okay, and we can come back and look at this later. It will actually house all of the images that you tag throughout. If you have any questions about this, try going back through and watching the video again. I would have a tab open with this video, and I'd also have a tab open while you're working through the steps and getting signed on to Thinglink. And then once you're at this point, stop where you're at, and we will talk more about adding it to the actual assignment either tomorrow or Monday. If you have questions, come find me, ask me, and we'll see if we can get it figured out.